It's the evening hunt, the first day of youth season. Back out with my little sister. We went to a different property in a different stand. Hopes for a little bit better outcome than this morning. Hopefully we can at least see some deer. I just got a photo dropped to my phone at another property of deer in front of the camera at the food plot, so thinking that tonight should be a decent night. Deer are already up and moving. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully she can arrow her first deer tonight with a compound.
Alright, so we found my sister's deer last night. She shot it at about 12 yards and the shot looked visibly high in the footage, and then it started downpouring rain. Yeah, successful youth hunt and Naomi's first deer with a bow.
Boom, bullseye again?
She goes like this.
I like it.
He's so cool.
Well, it's September 12th, and been monitoring the cameras, but with the rain the last few days, the deer pretty much kind of shut down for a little bit. So I'm excited to see what happens now that the rain's done, and just to kind of see if Split G2 shows back up here a little bit. Main focus for me though is not necessarily those deer at this time. Yes, I want to see him on camera lots, but Brooks's bow, his Hoyt Fire Shot, came in the mail here today. So him and Maddox both have the same bow, and it's set up. Each one of them has their own, and they're set up for themselves. And so they've just really taken on a new love for just archery in general because of that compound bow and just being able to shoot with a release and everything. And so been a lot of fun. They're trying to catch up to Walker a little bit. We're out at Viesmann's here today, and Walker's doing a great job. And looking forward to getting him with Nate, and then also Maddox with me during the youth season next week. And so that's where our focus is going to be. Some deer have been kind of showing up right in a little area I like to call the funnel on the farm. And so a couple trail cam photos of just some decent bucks that are coming through, and it'd be really cool to see one of those come through if Maddox is sitting in a tree 10 yards away. So he's pulling about 35 pounds, and just be really neat to get something to get within 10 yards of him this youth season. So that's where our focus is going to be for me. And to be honest with you, that would probably be the most exciting thing that happens as far as the hunting season this year if he were to get one with the bow. I'm right behind me is where Brooks shot his first buck last year on this grass.
Oh, Sam!
What?
He's right here!
What?
He's right there!
What?
And so Nate was gracious enough to let us come out here, and Nate's got a few bucks showing up here close to his house, and so he's got just a small little parcel. He planted some beans and some turnips in there as well, and now they've planted corn where there was alfalfa last year. So there's some deer showing up. We might try to sneak out here if we can't get Brooks on one, but he'll be using the muzzleloader. But that's the only update I got for you here this week. But hopefully next weekend will be action-packed with the youth season. So thanks for watching Outreach Outdoors with Midwest Whitetail.
Well, it's 1 week away from the official start to our 2020 season here. 1 week we'll be out here deer hunting with Walker and Tucker. So I'm getting super excited for that. We had a full weekend kind of getting ready for the season. Walker and Tucker will be out here using the muzzleloader. So we were out yesterday shooting there, and Matt, Thede, and his boys came out and we were shooting bows. So just trying to prepare for season. And then Walker and I came down here to the river farm here today and just did some final touches. We hung a stand and checked the food plot out, and we were really dry for about a month there, so it wasn't coming in real good. But we had about 4 or 5 days of rain and now a couple days of sun, and so the plants are starting to come up. So yeah, just super excited to be out here. Like I said, last time we'll be out here before season starts. I think the plan is next week we're going to get Tucker out on one of the farms by the house a little bit closer. There's 2 deer that I'd like to go after with him. One's got 3 different splits on them, and then there's a really nice 10 over there. And then after we get Tucker out, we'll see, but we'll get Walker down here. And there's a couple of really good deer I'd like to get Walker on. Really good for him. One is we call Holy Moly. He's just a big 8, both brows split on him. There's a real nice 10 out here, and then just some other, pretty decent deer that would be really good deer for him. So I guess we'll just wait and see what happens this week. Now, I guess just getting ready, get prepared, get all the equipment ready to go, and see if we can bring you some action next week. So I hope everybody else has been able to get out and get ready, and if you can, get the youth out because it's a lot of fun and bring up the next generation of outdoorsmen and hunters. Again, hopefully next week we have some action for you. Thank you for watching Outreach Outdoors and Midwest Whitetail.
Hey guys, welcome to Outreach Outdoors on September 7th. So it's Labor Day, and I had some free time this morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back on the farm here. I've got our Cuddeback cell cam ready to go. I've got all my Cuddelinks ready to go. I've updated the firmware to version 8. I just wanted to walk you through this map real quick and show you a couple places where we're going to try to be setting some cameras today. So if you can come over here and look at this map. Right here on this point, usually it's on top of a hill. I've got good cell signal there. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our cell camera here, and we're going to work along the edge. This year, this is a cornfield. I've got a food plot here in this corner and a food plot here. So we're just going to stage cameras along these ridge tops, and if we see some trails coming into the corn off of these ridges, that's kind of what we're going to try to do, just to see what's using this place and see if we can get an inventory on any of these bucks here. So it's supposed to rain this afternoon, so that's why we wanted to get in today and do this. I'm actually pretty late on getting my cameras out, but we've been covered up with summer ministry things and mission trips, and we just haven't got anything done besides food plots. So anyway, you guys tag along with us and we'll get this done. And I got something I'm excited to tell you guys about, and the bow I'm going to be shooting this year, an old garage sale fine type bow, so it's pretty cool. So we got our first camera hung here. All right, so we did our link level test, and it's picking up the camera right here. So obviously we're only 10 feet away, so it's really good signal. So what we're going to do is just start walking away to where we want to set this camera. As long as we stay over 20 on the link level, we should be good to go. So we're going to start heading in and setting up our remote cameras. We've got down here to our new food plot we put in. It's just been a week ago that we come down here and work this up, and we're pretty excited about it. It's over 100 yards long. It's not super wide, but it's down here at the base of these ridges, and it's close to bedding. And I don't know how huntable it is, but it should be a good food source for the deer. Hopefully get them through winter, if nothing else. We may have access here on the south side of it. We're not sure, but it kind of just depends on the wind and things like that. But it actually turned out really good, so we're pretty excited about it. So here's an aerial of the farm. Our cell camera is right here. My first camera that we set up right here. And then we jogged over here to this corner, another link camera. And we come over here on this ridge, camera. Down here at the base of this ridge, camera. Camera here. And a camera in this new plot all the way over here. It is September 10th, so our Missouri season is only 5 days away. So wanted to come out to my 3D range here today and do a little shooting. I'm just about a little shy of 20 yards right here where we're at, but I'm kind of excited about this year. I sold my Hoyt Satori, and I'm shooting an old Hoyt recurve, an old Hoyt Pro Hunter. It's 45 pounds, 58-inch bow. I've got the otter fur here on the string for silencers and different things, but man, it's a sweet shooting little bow. It's not that I didn't like the Satori, which is Hoyt's current recurve. It's just I don't really like aluminum riser bows. Like one guy I talked to said, it's just like they have no soul. So wood just feels warm in your hand, has a soul, and I just like a wooden bow a little better. So that's why I found an old Hoyt recurve. This is like a garage sale bow, okay? This thing is like cheap. It's even been, I'll show you here in a little bit, it's got holes on the riser where it's been tapped for sight years ago, and they've been filled with putty. All right, so this is like one of those bows you're trying to see how cheap you can get by in a season type of deal. So I'm really excited to shoot it. It shoots really good. I'll show you guys here in a minute, but my arrows are going to be weighing about 515 grains, which is plenty heavy for whitetail, and especially have a 45-pound bow. So anyway, it's a sweet little shooter. Bet. So we got season in 5 days, and I want to update you on a couple bucks. Last year it was October 20th, and I got a decent opportunity at a nice buck. I thought he was 3.5 or 4.5 last year. I think I've seen him this year. I'm not sure he wasn't 4.5 last year, because there's a 9-pointer. He's got real short tines, but real good mass, but just a giant body. But that's a buck I had an encounter with last year and missed. And there's another 10-pointer last year, was 3.5. I think he's 4.5 this year, but he's turned into a really nice deer, real tall. So I'm excited to go after those 2 bucks. And again, thanks for watching Outreach Outdoors. And you know, I'm excited to bring you another action-packed bow season, I hope. And we'll have Jalen in the youth season again this year. And like I said, she's going to try some bow hunting, and she's working right now with her bow. She's effective to about 10 yards. So we've got some redneck bail blinds. We just got 2 new ones, so we're going to try setting them up. Hopefully we're going to get her a good close shot. But just keep checking back in with us next week. Hopefully we'll have some hunting action for you.
Hey guys, Ryan Graden here with Midwest Whitetails and Outreach Outdoors, and it is Saturday, September 12th, and Dad and I are out today just doing some last minute preps, getting prepared for youth season, which is coming up very quick here. So I just wanted to point out what we're doing here. We have had a trail camera on a fence row down here that is right on the edge of kind of the timber, a pasture area, and then the fence row, and then the alfalfa. And when I pulled the cameras this week, what I saw was this big buck. He's got to be 4.5 or 5.5. He is coming down this road almost every night. Now the trick is he is passing that camera, which is the alfalfa field. He is passing that camera right at about half an hour after sundown, which in Iowa is the end of shooting hours. And so in an effort to maybe set up one of my daughters to have a shot at him, the only way to get a shot at him is to move closer to where he's coming from, you know, kind of decrease the distance, if you will, which will then roll the clock back. And so what we're doing is we're looking at this bedding area back here. We know he's coming from this bedding area, but it kind of is a wide choices here. You know, you got to the north here, all the way to the south. It's a big flat, and they come from all different directions. So what we're gonna do today is get in here and try to find some of these major trails. We don't want to disturb the area, we don't want to push anything out, but we're gonna try to find the major trails. We're gonna move the cameras down those trails, and hopefully this week we'll find out what trail he's using most, and then we'll be able to move a blind.
Picture monster. A little hair tie right there.
Okay, so Shug, let's get you loaded first. Let's just leave it right there. And you're gonna shoot primers in there, and then
You're shooting at them.
all right, so as you can see, we have some shooters in the family. And a lot of that started just with shooting BB guns, 22s, building on up, but we've nicknamed the girls with their shooting capabilities. So we have Right On Riley, we have Bullseye Brindley, we have Top Shot Tatum, and we have Put 'em Down Payson. And so the girls, yeah, they've all got their nicknames from shooting, just something funny. But here we are, it's an evening, and my wife is super supportive of this, and we get out and we do a little shooting, hang out, make memories, have fun, laugh, and prepare ourselves for the season. And yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. It's something pretty special. So, all right, here we are. Everybody's ready. We gotta keep shooting.
Do it again. Do it.
Oh, there's another one. Yeah, it's 4. It's so big. He's all 4 feet. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude. We got tall breath.